becoming very evident that there is literally zero lighting in my kitchen.
Not having a good time. What do we do when we're not having a good time? That's right, we shop. So that is my haul. They're beautiful.
After 7 days, I finally finished a book. I didn't love it. I feel like this is the vlog of me saying I didn't love it. And that sucks, and I'm sorry.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm not.
I need another sound.
Fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds.
This is what
I'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad
when I
for the good
say
in my
I'm
head
too
when I'm
late.
lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken. I got patience, one day at a time.
I may have to finish this whole coffee before I even start this video. Good morning. Happy Friday. So I had a late start to my morning, which is frustrating because today is my final day off and yesterday did not go as planned. What else is new? Today's gonna be a better day. Here's how I know. I am vlogging today. And that right there is just gonna make me more productive because when there's a camera pointed at your face, you can't just lay in bed because things need to happen in order to create this content for these lovely humans that are out there. This is the start of a weekly reading vlog, my first ever. A little bit of an experiment just to see what works, what doesn't work. The main draw to creating content for me was always vlogs. It's my favorite thing to watch, especially reading vlogs. So I figured if you can't beat them, join them. I don't want to beat anyone. If you like watching them, join them. That's a better phrase. Oh God. I feel like I'm like slap happy. I am going to quickly run through the books that I'm either already in the middle of or would like to finish by the end of the month. Today is the 23rd. Yes, June 23rd, which means there are only 7 days left in this month. So today's the 23rd, tomorrow's the 24th, I'm off on the 28th and 29th, which gives me a little bit more breathing room to try and tackle some of these books because I'm not gonna lie, this has been a really bad reading month. Like really, like worst ever? I don't know, because my memory is very short. Thank God, trauma. But worst of this year? Abso-freaking-lutely. I couldn't tell you why. I've had busier months. I've had more stressful months. And yet I always found time to do the little reading. And so naturally I assumed that this would be like an easy month to just, a little noggin decided to veto me on that and said, no, Caitlin, you're going to start 1 million books and none of them are going to float your boat. And that sucks. And it's really unfair to the books because, again, I think it's my brain. I do not think it's the content that I am consuming, but nothing is working for me. Nothing. So I've started several. I've finished 3 books, and I have started, aside from the 6 that I have sitting next to me, there's probably another 2 or 3 that I've started that are not here, because I did have to sort of narrow it down and say, okay, we have 1 week left, we have 7 days left. What can we focus on? What should we focus on? What do we want to focus on? What would make this month not feel like a failure? So that's what I did. I went through my TBR. Some of the books that are on my TBR this month, I mean, I didn't even look at them. Coffee break. Like my David mug? Anyway, so first I will just mention what is on the docket, what is sitting next to me in little piles. I'm just going to run through them real quick. I have Do I Know You? I am currently on page 77. Savage Lover, coffee break. You believe in life after love. She started it. She started it. And I'm about 50 pages in. Would love to complete it. I also have The Only Survivors by Megan Miranda. According to my bookmark, I am 60 pages in. That is not accurate. I am probably more like 150 pages in. And since I'm listening to it, I have no idea if I even paid attention to the last 100 pages. This is The Foxglove King by Hannah Witten. Then again, I am 63 pages in. I swear to God, I think I'm like 60 pages into almost all of these. What is wrong with me? Legitimately, it's like I read 50 to 60 pages and then I'm like, done. There are 3 more that I have sitting here. There are 3 more wannabes. Nope, that's not the word. Three more hopefuls. This one I am 20 pages into. This is Every Summer After. I'd rather get these 6 done first. And then if we have time, we will get to her, as well as her beautiful pink sister, Meet Me at the Lake. If I somehow find a spark, a reading spark, where I'm just consuming all the books, which is the goal, but my hopeful is The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi. Those are books that I would like to get to in the next 7 days. Do you hear how silly that sounds? So, plans for today. I need to jump in the shower because I have a nail appointment that I desperately need to go to. I cannot put it off another day. I've tried. I've put it off for a week, mostly because of work, not just because I'm lazy, but also because I'm lazy. I also might do a quick little spray tan as well, but that is questionable. My plan is that I'm going to finish this coffee. I am going to jump in the shower and forcibly remove myself from the premises. I will bring you along with me. My nail salon just so happens to be next door to Shakespeare & Co. Spoiler alert, I am about to embark on a book buying ban. You know, I need to think about ways that I can cut back just temporarily. So one of those ways, one of the easiest ways, because it is something that I don't need to survive, although that's debatable because my mental health says otherwise, but one of those things is buying books. I have lists of new releases in both July and August that I fucking can't wait for, and I am guaranteeing that I will buy those, but I'm not going to do it immediately. This is a little experiment to test my will and strength. In order to be successful at it, I am binge buying right now. Last night I went on Amazon and I think I bought 16 books. And I'm talking like just like things that I've been meaning to buy for months, things that are, I don't even think any of it was new releases. It was just like anything and everything. Why did I, because Shakespeare & Co. So I am going to my nail salon, and next door to my nail salon is Shakespeare & Co. And despite the fact that I am about to go on a book buying ban, there is a world in which I will go in there and potentially grab a few things. We shall see. So that's the plan for today. So yeah, it's been lovely having my coffee with you this morning, and I'm going to go start my day. Okay?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored?
It is about 10 hours later. The last we spoke, I said I was gonna jump in the shower and force myself to go get my nails done. And then I was gonna come home and spend the rest of the day reading. Ask me how it went. Go ahead, just ask me. Come on, ask me. The answer is not well. At all. I just couldn't get motivated, which is a conversation for therapy, not for you. Took me until about 3:30 to even get in the shower, but I did, and I did go get my nails done. They are done. They are quite short and quite bright. The nails got done, and then I did make it just in time before closing to Shakespeare & Co. And then on my way home, I grabbed a slice of pizza because I'm starving. So I'm going to quickly show you what I got at Shakespeare & Co. The first one is Murder Your Employer. Can we talk about this cover? She is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I have no idea what this is about, like at all. In fact, I was actually surprised to find it in the thriller section. I suppose I shouldn't have been, because it literally has murder in the title, but I didn't know what it was about. But I've seen this cover for months now, and I'm like, I have to buy it. I have to buy it. I don't care what it's about. I just have to buy it. So I bought it. It says, from Edgar-winning novelist and playwright Rupert Holmes comes a thriller with a killer concept. The McMaster's Conservatory for the Applied Arts, a luxurious clandestine college dedicated to the fine art of murder. Do we have a dark academia setting? I would be very intrigued. I also picked up, it's like a mystery for me too, Girls and Their Horses by Eliza Jane Brazier. I need to look that up. I read Good Rich People by this author last year, and I loved it. If you can guess by the title, it was literally rich people drama, which I eat up. So I assume this will be the same, although I could be completely wrong. I love this cover. The color is just excellent. Set in the glamorous, competitive world of show jumping, a novel about the girls who ride their cutthroat mothers and a suspicious death at a horse show. Okay. Lies will turn lethal, accidents will happen, and someone will end up dead. That just sounds delightful. Does it not? The next book I grabbed is the new Ruth Ware, 0 Days. So let's see what this is about. The New York Times bestselling queen of crime, Ruth Ware, returns with an adrenaline-fueled thriller about a woman in a race against time to clear her name and find her husband's murder. That could be fun. And then the final book that I got is so out of left field. I mean, like, it's been on my radar, obviously, because it's a very popular author and book. So it's been on my radar for fucking ever. And I put it on many shopping lists and added it to carts and thought about it and then put it back and then thought about it and then put it back. And I think it's because it intimidates me. Sci-fi is not my thing, but I feel like everyone that's read this, and especially people that I follow that don't really read this kind of thing, loved it despite that. So I want to love it. I want to love it. I want to be like the cool kids.
Because all the cool kids, they seem to fit in.
What is wrong with me? So this book is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. This is the same author as The Martian. I also haven't read that, which I probably also should pick up and read. But I want to love it. A Lone Astronaut. See, I'm like, nope, not for me, but maybe it is for me. You don't know. A lone astronaut, an impossible mission, an ally he never imagined. Ryland Grace is the sole survivor on a desperate last chance mission, and if he fails, humanity and Earth itself will perish. Except that right now he doesn't know that. He can't even remember his own name, let alone the nature of his assignment or how to complete it. With the clock ticking down, the nearest human being light years away, he's got to do it all alone. Or does he? Interesting. So that is the haul. Kind of want to read them all right now. I think that is one of the best things about buying books. I have been staring at the same 9 books for, as I said earlier, way too long, and nothing is driving me to pick them up. But now that I've gone book shopping and I have new books, I'm more motivated to read, whether it's the new books or the ones that I've been trying to read this whole time. So I am going to eat my pizza and maybe watch a little YouTube because I haven't seen what was going on the interwebs today. I should go to bed at a reasonable hour. Tomorrow I have a 12-hour workday. Saturdays are what I call doomsday because it is currently 9 o'clock, which like literally is my bedtime, knowing that I have to get up at like 5 tomorrow. So I'll see you guys later.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test. I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing. Sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion. Even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless. I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded.
There was a fucking cold. Y'all.
Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm.
Just so you don't think that we have a problem, there was already a shit ton of tonic in here, so made a little G&T. Happy Sunday, everyone. A long time no talk. The last time I talked to you, it was Friday. I said I was about to go eat dinner and do some reading. Anyone want to guess how that went? I didn't read anything. I ended up getting swept up in a cult show, because that's just how it is sometimes, you know? Yesterday was Saturday, so I worked all day for 12 hours straight. I did manage to read about 100 pages, which is not bad. It's not good. So I did get another like 60 pages into here. I don't have thoughts. I'm not sold. I truly was convinced based on the first two books that Nero was going to be my favorite hero for sure in this series. He is a bad boy. You know, he's always wearing leather, he's quick to violence, but he's not given me anything yet. But I still have high hopes, because he really is kind of the worst, and that's kind of the best. Love me some damaged boys. Love me some bad, damaged, sad. Well, you get the point. Love it. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this is gonna get better. I also read 50 pages more of She Started It. I am literally on page 100, chapter 12. I don't know. I kind of feel like they're all the worst. And it's like I feel like I can see exactly where it's going, but there's still questions. And I could be completely wrong. I'm still not excited about it. So that's where I'm at. I don't know if it's like the book slump I'm in, if it's my anxiety, but I am just not having a good time with any book. So, what do we do when we're not having a good time? That's right, we shop. This is the elephant in the room. I'm going to attempt a book buying ban in July and August. And so I figured in order to be successful, let's just binge buy a bunch of books before July 1st, because right now it doesn't count. Just because I decided to go on a ban doesn't mean it starts immediately. You know what I'm saying? This is the accumulation from a very late night, very spontaneous, very random Amazon order. I truly don't remember like 90% of what I ordered. So these are the results, and we are going to get into it. So in this lovely, like, was it even close to begin with? I mean, honestly. Okay, it's all coming back. I finally got my copy of Reckless, the fourth and newest release in the Chestnut Spring series. She's so cute with the little boot. I can't. I've already read this. I pretty much picked it up the day it came out on Kindle Unlimited, but it took me a minute to purchase the physical copy because it seemed like it was out of stock or something. I don't know. But now I have it, and it matches all my other ones, so I can't wait to put it on my shelf. I, like I said, already read this, and I gave it 5 freaking stars. My one complaint is that literally Theo is too perfect. Like, he doesn't exist in real life. Like, there needed to be one one Achilles heel, one flaw for me to go all in. But I still had the best fucking time, and I gave it a 5-star. How are you all? How you doing? How was your weekend? All right, and then the other book in here is Done and Dusted, which I have been seeing everywhere recently. I don't know when it came out. It definitely came out this year, but I don't know how long ago. It is by Lila Sage, and it says The Rebel Blue Ranch. I don't know if that's a series. I hope this is the first one. I did not look into this. I just thought the cover was adorable, and as I've learned from this beautiful series, apparently I'm a big fan of a cowboy. Who knew? Who the fuck knew? Not me, but now I know. Especially a damaged one, obviously. She's off limits, but he's never been good at following the rules. All right, we have Clementine. Her name is Clementine, are you kidding? Clementine and Luke. All right, cool. Sounds good. 1 down, 3 to go. And anyone who's watching this right now and worried about scissor safety, I failed scissors in kindergarten. So just let me have a pass, you know? We have Any Man by Amber Tamblyn. This is part like poetry, or maybe it's all poetry, I don't know. It's supposed to be incredibly dark, many trigger warnings, but I believe it's about a serial rapist, a female, who goes by the name Maud, and she is hunting down men and doing terrible, terrible things to them. Next is The Chateau, which is a new thriller. I know nothing about it. I think it takes place at a French chateau. But aside from that, I know nothing other than beautiful cover, and I want to read it. You are cordially invited to the chateau. I'm in. Okay, up next. There's only one in here. This is the new essay Cosby, All the Sinners Bleed. And this is the author of The Razor Blade Tears, which I read, I want to say last year, but I loved it. It was great. And this sounds great too. A black sheriff, a serial killer, a small town ready to combust. You had me at serial killer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. I feel like there's 11 more, which means this last box must have all the rest. Maybe, hopefully. Oh yes. In here there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I was correct. You sent me 2 boxes with 1 or 2 books each, and then this. Like really, come on. This is Sisters of the Lost Nation by Nick Medina. It's a horror, I believe. It takes place in a casino on a reservation. Yeah, reservation casino, disembodied entity that stalks her every step, an ancient tribal myth come to life. Ooh. Next, we have Wrong Place, Wrong Time. This has been out for a while, and I've seen it everywhere, and I meant to buy it, and didn't until now. Which is the story with a lot of these. I meant to buy them, but I didn't until now. This came out last year, so I've been meaning to buy it, and now I finally have. Hopefully it's good. Oh, I just saw my father's name. Next we have The Family Plot by Megan Collins. They love true crime until they're at the center of one. Haunted by her upbringing, raised in a secluded island mansion deep in the woods. Ooh, she is unable to move beyond the disappearance of her twin brother Andy when they were 16. Following her father's death, Dahlia returns to the house where the family makes a gruesome discovery. Buried in the father's plot is another body, Andy's. I'll do these together. I got When in Rome and Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams, but they look cute together. And apparently, it doesn't actually take place in Rome, as I thought. It is in like Rome, Kentucky or some shit. Then I have The Boyfriend Candidate by Ashley Winstead. I love her thrillers. I've never read her rom-coms or romances. There's something about this cover. Literally, I feel like half of these I bought for the cover. So what we're learning about me is that I'm incredibly superficial. Also what we're learning, as I look at these 2 books, both of them are blurbed by Abby Jimenez. Go Abby. A shy school librarian, Alexis Stone is comfortable keeping out of the spotlight, but when she's dumped for being too meek in bed, she decides she needs a change. What better way than an adventurous first one-night stand? Just as she's about to fulfill her hookup wish, The hotel catches fire in a freak lightning storm. In their rush to escape, Logan is discovered carrying her into the street where people are waiting with cameras. Logan promptly and shockingly flees. It turns out Logan is none other than Logan Arthur, the hotshot candidate challenging the Texas governor's seat. This sounds fun. Then we have Addicted to You, Ricochet, and Addicted for Now. I totally caved. I have heard about this series forever, and I was like, meh, I'm not a big new adult person, probably not for me, but y'all are persistent on the internet. Fans of this series are persistent. These are the first 3 books. I believe there is another like spin-off series after this, and then more books in this series. I don't know, it's confusing. But these 3 I think follow all the same character, and then the spin-off follows like the sisters of this girl. But even though they're on Kindle Unlimited, I think, were they? No, I don't know. Even though I had them on my Kindle, I had to own physical copies. And these new covers are pretty gorgeous. So now we have them. So this is, I believe, a story about a guy and a girl who are both addicts. The girl is a sex addict and the guy is an alcoholic, and they pretend to date, I believe, to throw everyone off about their addictions and try to cover for each other, which sounds toxic to me, but apparently they're like really cute, according to everyone. Or not cute, but like you root for them. Is this gonna fall? Pretty precarious. 2 more. Oh, right. Okay. This is Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. This came out at the very beginning of the year. It is by Talia Hibbert, who wrote Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and E. Brown, and Danny Brown. But this was young adult. And because of that, for some reason, I was like, I don't know. I'm not sure. However, I've since then heard so many fucking cute things about this, specifically, I've heard there's really good anxiety rep. No, I'm sorry, really good OCD rep. So I've been meaning to buy it for a while. And it's also the cutest cover. And it's also Talia Hibbert. So like, how could you go wrong, you know? Okay, 1 more to complete the stack. Aster Parker Doesn't Fail by Ashley Herring Blake. So this is the 2nd book after Delilah Green Doesn't Care, which I really enjoyed. I love Ashley Herring Blake's writing. And that was, and this is sapphic romance, which I'm all about. Especially, I'm not gonna lie, this girl is hot as shit. So this is the Delilah Green's like stepsister, and this is her love story. Okay, she's doing a renovation on an inn, which will be featured on a popular HGTV show, Inside America. We love an HGTV show. So that's it, guys. This is my totally random and probably final book haul, other than like subscriptions. This is my final book haul for a while, I think. So I am going to try and not stare at these books and try and go focus on the books that I am already reading, but they're so shiny and new that I might, no, stop it. I'm gonna go read what I'm already reading and see how far I get, and I will update you when I've read something.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, Everything is like a test. I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion, even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless, I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt, never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm, I can feel the sweat inside my palm. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me? 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 Then will you get bored of killing me?
It's becoming very evident that there is literally zero lighting in my kitchen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is later than I would have liked on Thursday, June 29th. Now you may be asking, but Caitlin, what happened to Wednesday? You also may be asking, what is your hair doing? I have a little alfalfa going on and I'm okay with that. Really? We're gonna whack the weeds now? Today is Thursday, June 29th. Yesterday was Wednesday, what I like to call a lost day, because I lost the whole day. I don't know what I did. I don't know why I did it, but I didn't read and I didn't film. So we're just gonna ignore Wednesday and move on to Thursday. So I am currently about halfway-ish, and I seriously, like, why? Please stop. You may be thinking Caitlin just film this later, when he's done with the whacking of the weeds. But it's now or never, babes. Like, if I don't do it now. He stopped. Okay. Oh my God. Do I know you? And I thought I would quickly tell you what it's about. This book is about a married couple who are celebrating their 5th-year wedding anniversary. And they go to this resort for a week away to celebrate, but they are having some problems in their marriage, specifically problems connecting. It's very clear that they both love each other very much, but you know, the honeymoon is over, the honeymoon phase is over, they're not feeling the same sparks that they initially did, and it becomes clear very quickly that that's for a number of reasons. One of them just being like the timing of their lives. You know, Graham is a lawyer. He works a lot, and he is incredibly insecure and thinks he's boring and thinks that his wife could do so much better, and he feels like he tricked her into marrying him. He's waiting for her to figure it out. And then Eliza does like narration for audiobooks and has a lot more time on her hands, but she feels like Graham has like totally checked out and lost interest in her, and he's not like conversing with her anymore, and they're basically just like two ships in the night. And when they get to this resort, for reasons, they end up in separate rooms. And they decide to meet downstairs at the bar for a drink, and they go their separate ways. Graham goes downstairs and meets this guy at the bar, and he starts talking to Graham, and then Eliza comes in, and he introduces himself to Eliza, and then introduces Eliza to Graham as if they're strangers. And instead of correcting him, they just go with it and pretend to be strangers, pretend to be charmed by each other, and all of a sudden they have this adorable banter going back and forth. Graham is like knocking it out of the park with the flirting. Eliza's like, oh my god, like, this is so much fun. So they decide to continue to pretend to be strangers for the remainder of the vacation, just to see if it like helps them with their connection. It's cute. It's very cute. My plan today is to finish this. I do have to work tomorrow, but I'm off today. So pretty much whatever happens today, that's it for the month. So I'm going to try and finish this and make a little breakfast, maybe a little egg sandwich, and get to reading. And I will update you when I have read something. Y'all, I have big news. This light. I finally finished. After 7 days, I finally finished a book. I think I'm going to give this a 3-star. I loved the beginning. I thought it was freaking adorable. And the end was cute, but rushed. The middle lagged a bit.
And then my camera died. Or ran out of memory. I don't know. Guys, really, honestly, I'm still trying to figure this shit out. Like, I have a brand new camera. Apparently, I don't know what I'm doing. I thought it would be pretty self-explanatory, or at least come with fucking instructions, but it didn't, and it was cheap, and I'm not going to talk about it because I have regrets already. But that's fine. That's where we are, and we're not going to talk about it. Mind your business. So now I'm on my computer. As I was saying, I think I'm going to give it 3 stars. I did enjoy it. I really, really related to Graham. in so many ways. Like, this may come as no surprise, but like anyone else, I have my insecurities. And in relationships, I just sometimes am like, did I trick them into being in this relationship? And I think that's exactly how Graham feels. Is that too much information? Probably. He doesn't feel like he is interesting enough to hold on to this amazing woman that he's so in love with. And Eliza has to kind of come to terms with the fact that she hasn't done the best job in showing him that she does find him interesting and that she does think that his job is interesting and his life is interesting. She sort of stopped asking questions about his job, and not because she wasn't interested, but just because she thought she knew everything. And that was the problem with him too, is he stopped sort of asking questions of her because he was like, I already know the answers. We've been together 7 years. They discussed that even if you already know the answer, ask it anyway, because things change, people change, and you should constantly feel like you are getting to know the person you're with, even if you've been together forever. I can't say that it's a 4-star because there was a portion in the middle that was very slow. And then the ending, while it was cute, and I think it was fairly realistic, without talking about spoilers, it felt very rushed. But overall, I had a good time. I really enjoyed both of the characters. Yeah. And I have finished one book in this vlog. So, I'm gonna go make dinner, I think. I guess I'll listen to The Only Survivors. I'm not sure how much. I think I have like 2 hours left of that, so I don't know if I'll be able to finish it tonight, but I will listen to as much of it as I can and update you if I do finish it. And I also will probably attempt to finish Savage Lover, but it is later than I would like, and I do have to go to bed at some point, so we shall see. But either way, I think I'm gonna end this vlog tomorrow because it's the end of the month and I want to start fresh. I want to start new. This was my first vlog. It was a learning curve. There are things that I need to fix, like the sound, the lighting, the editing, the being insecure on camera, the talking super quietly. But I'm proud of myself that I stuck with it, that I filmed for an entire week. And I'll be even more proud if I put this out in the world. And then July 1st, we will start fresh. Hopefully I'll be able to film like a TBR maybe, and we'll do some more vlogs. We have Summerween. Hopefully that is all to come. But I'm gonna go make dinner and see if I can read some more of something. Please let me finish one more book this month. Please, God.
Do we like this? She's cute. She's fresh. She's pretending she's at the beach instead of in New York City. Good morning. It is the last day of June. It is Friday the 30th. And I am here to wrap up this vlog. My first vlog. I honestly, between you and me, can't believe that I actually finished it. So just the fact that I carried through the entire week filming is a win for me. Not gonna lie. Even if I still have a lot to work on, I'm happy that I gave it a shot, you know? So let's discuss the books that I read this week. There weren't many. June was just not my month, and this week was pretty much consumed with trying to figure out how this shit works instead of actually reading. I hope in the future that this shit will get more simple, that I'll get quicker at editing, at filming, at all of it, and instead of filming like hour-long fucking clips and then having to cut out every single maybe I'll be able to film like a 10-minute clip and have it be a very quick edit. So, you know, yesterday I finished Do I Know You? And I gave this 3 stars. After that, as I was trying to fall asleep, I actually ended up finishing Savage Lover. I just realized I haven't been looking at the camera this whole time. This is by Sophie Lark. I don't think I ever said what it was about, but it is the 3rd book in the Brutal Birthright series. Honestly, for sure, thought that this was going to be my favorite because it follows the sort of mysterious bad boy that we've already been introduced to in previous books. And yet, I did not like this. It was slow and like nothing happens. Nothing happens, and worst of all, there is literally no chemistry between these two. In my opinion, these two had 0 chemistry. They were basically doing the telling, not showing of the relationship. So, you know, instead of actually progressing their relationship forward through actions and you know, pursuing each other and being honest and vulnerable with each other, they just kept privately in their own thoughts saying, he's kind of attractive, but I don't know. Or she's attractive, but I don't know. It never ended. There wasn't any, like, end to it. It was just so wishy-washy that I had a really hard time buying that they could end up together. I mean, maybe someday, if this book was, I don't know, like 6,000 pages longer, I could see it. But for now, it's like I didn't feel it. It felt way too quick. It felt like nothing happened. It felt way too rushed, and I just didn't buy them as a couple. I mean, a hookup, sure, but a couple, no. So I think I'm going to have to give this 2 stars, which is unfortunate because I don't think I've loved any of them so far. This is the 3rd one, but at least the other 2, I rooted for the couple, and this one I just couldn't. But there's still 4 more books in the series, and I'm not going to give up. Maybe I'll find another favorite couple. This just wasn't it. There's somebody outside. What are they doing? I think we're in the clear. Anybody else afraid of their neighbors hearing them when they're filming? Just me? Maybe? Yes? No? I don't know. So then I also spent some time listening to The Only Survivors last night, and I was able to finish it this morning while I was getting ready for work. I didn't hate it. I think for me, and this may be an unpopular opinion, but I have a hard time with audiobooks. If I'm not loving the narration, it ruins the book for me. And for this, I did not love it. It wasn't bad, but it was so, I don't know, it sort of just like made me tune out because it was so monotonous at times. This was about a group of, I wouldn't say friends, but a group of people who went to high school together, and they survived a tragedy, a trauma. They were the only ones that survived it. And every year they get together in the Outer Banks to commemorate the anniversary of this tragic accident. And I want to say it's been 10 years, but we follow Cassidy. She was planning on not going. She was like, I'm done. I think we need to move on. It's been 10 years. I just can't keep dredging it up. I want to move on. So she decides she changes her phone number and stops checking her emails. And then she gets to the day when she was supposed to have left for this trip and gets a text telling her that one of the group of them has died. And so she decides she has to go and find out what happened to him. My thoughts. I didn't love it. I feel like this is the vlog of me saying I didn't love it. And that sucks. And I'm sorry. I truly thought that I was going to like these books more than I did. I don't know if it was the audiobook's fault. I think that's definitely a part of it. But I 1,000% guessed one of the biggest twists, within the first 20%. And I was getting ready and listening to the end, to the last 45 minutes. I heard what I had guessed, exactly. I think you saw me roll my eyes because it wasn't surprising at all. The ending wasn't surprising. I wasn't shocked by anything. And when you've read enough thrillers, this tends to happen a lot, where things don't surprise you because you've seen a lot of these tropes and things been done over and over again in other books. So it's not a knock against the book itself, but it was just a little bit too simple for me. I still think the cover is gorgeous. I liked the setting. I liked the Outer Banks. I liked learning about the different characters, although I did have sort of a hard time keeping track of at least the men involved in the group because they all read similarly to me. It was fine. It was fun, but it didn't do anything for me. It didn't. So I think I'm going to give it a 3 stars because there was nothing objectively wrong with it. It just didn't do anything for me personally. The last thing I just want to briefly mention, because I am closing this vlog now, but I've got about 120 pages left of She Started It. And I hope that I'll be able to finish it by tonight because I'd like to count this for June. So I did, after I finished the audiobook of The Only Survivors, I put it on, I've got 4 hours left of it, and I do have to go to work, so I'll listen to it on my commute, and if I can, on my way back, and whatever I do tonight, I won't get home from work till pretty late, but hopefully I'll be able to get through it. We'll see. So I just wanted to briefly mention that. With this one, I'm actually having a hard time keeping track of the women. Did I ever say what this is about? I don't think I said what any of these are about. So this follows, similarly, I actually felt like these two had so much in common. Following a group of friends, something happened years ago, they were friends in high school, now they're getting together for a vacation. It just felt very similar in a lot of ways. It takes place in England, not the Outer Banks. There's 5 of them, well there's 4 of them, Annabelle, Esther, Tanya, and Chloe. And then there's this woman, Poppy, who was sort of on the outskirts of their friend group. They kind of teased her. It seems a little bit like they bullied her. But basically this is years later, she's getting married. And she's pretty much lost touch with almost all of them. But she's decided to invite them to be her bridesmaids and to come to this remote secluded island just for them for a bachelorette party. They're all a little bit suspicious because they're like, we weren't nice to her. Doesn't she have other friends? We haven't talked to her in forever. Why would she want us to be her bridesmaids? But it's a free vacation to a beautiful resort, and so they're like, all right, let's just do it. At this point, they have been there for 3 days. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it will shock and surprise me. But right now, they all kind of suck. They're all keeping secrets, and I'm not vibing super hard with it. But hopefully I'll finish it tonight. And you will, if I do a wrap-up, see it in a wrap-up. Should I do a wrap-up? Do people like wrap-ups? Is it worth it to do a wrap-up when I've only read like 6 books this month? Yikes. So that is the end of my first reading blog. If you made it this far, number one, I would like to say thank you. I don't know how you found me or why you're watching, but I appreciate it. And if you would like, feel free to comment and let me know what you liked and what you didn't like so that I can get better because I'm learning. And if you feel like sticking with me to see if I do get better, then you can subscribe. This is all very new, so I'm not making any promises about what's coming next or when or how often I'm going to post. It's all sort of, we're figuring it out together. But if you would like to see if I do post something else, feel free to subscribe and let me know what you would like to see from me. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely weekend. I haven't figured out how to end my videos yet. We'll figure it out together, right? You'll help me. Yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend, and I will see you in another video at some point soon. Okay? Thank you. Goodbye.